Hi everyone. So today I'd like to talk about people leaving the hospitality industry. So people are saying to me, Simeon, why are people leaving the hospitality industry? You've always been an advocate for the hospitality industry. Why is it that people don't want to work in it anymore? And there's a lot of people who are high up management. They're saying this to me. They're saying, look, no one wants to work here. No one wants to be a waiter. No one wants to be a waitress. Okay, so let me tell you a story. So there was a man who lived on the edge of a forest, and there were a lot of wolves in the forest. So he bought himself a big dog to protect him from the wolves. But he wasn't nice to the dog. He didn't feed it well, he beat it, he mistreated it. Then one day the wolves came for him. The dog looked at the wolves and went and sat in his basket. The wolves attacked the man. And then with his dying breath, he said to the dog, he said, "Why didn't you protect me?" And the dog said, "Well, why didn't you protect me?" For years, people have just assumed that people will work in hospitality. They've paid them the bare minimum. The only reason they're paid minimum wage is because legally they have to pay the minimum wage. And as we've seen in the news, we've seen with P&O ferries, we've seen with other people, if they can get away with paying them less the minimum wage, they will. If they'll employ a 16-year-old who doesn't come into the minimum wage bracket, they'll pay them £3 or £4 an hour. There's not even, by the time they've got their bus, there's half their day's wages go on a blooming bus fare. So when we look at that, and when we see that is how people in the hospitality industry are paid, and how people in the hospitality industry are treated, why on earth would we be surprised that it's hard to get people to work in the industry? Now, I've always believed in paying my team a fair wage. I feel that anyone who works for me would agree with that. Pay them as much as we can for the role. And there's plenty of others that do as well. Plenty of other businesses that pay fairly, only ask for a fair amount of work. But when you look at an industry overall, if not everyone's doing that, people will not be attracted to that industry. And even the individuals who look after their teams, they will not be able to get staff because no one wants to work in that industry as a whole. So if the industry wants the best people working for them, they need to work to the best standards. They need to pay the best wages, and they need to ask for fair hours and fair working conditions. It really is as simple as that. And until the industry can, as a whole, demonstrate that, then we're not going to be able to persuade people to come back into the hospitality industry. It's easy enough to blame Brexit. It's easy enough to blame COVID-19. But to be honest, the industry's had it coming for a long time. So let's change the way the industry works. Let's make it a great place to work in. And then everyone's going to want to come back and work in it. Because let's face it, it's a very, very enjoyable job. And the only reason that people have been doing it is because they've enjoyed it, because they love interacting with the guests. So as soon as they're paid accordingly and treated accordingly, straight away we'll have plenty of staff. Anyway, so a bit preachy today, I do apologise, but thanks very much. Speak to you again soon. Bye-bye.